Yo, 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 what's up, people? All of you guys out there, what's up? Welcome to another week, Halftime with Kane and Ice. With this week, our special guest, straight out of the NY, Mr. Lefthandid. What's going on, bro?
What up?
What's going on? How you doing, man? Ice, what's going on, bro?
Man, I'm good. It's been warm in Charlotte. We got the T-shirt. I guess in New York it's cold because you just see
freezing, B.
Man, got the sweatshirt and the sky on.
Man, y'all got to get some sunshine up there or something, man. I can't handle that. How y'all doing?
Listen, the sun be out. But, yo, you look through your window, it's like, oh, the sun is beaming. It's going to be nice outside. You go outside, the hawk be like, get back in. Get back in. It's crazy.
Oh man, that's good. That's crazy there, man. Yeah, we've been swamped with some rain here this week down here in Orlando, but man, the sun's still beaming. It's still 80 degrees every day. It's still smoking hot.
Must be nice.
Yes, it is. I'm sorry. I wish I could blow something up that way, but
no, you don't. No, you don't. We gotta keep it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Somebody asked me, say, well, can we get some of that weather down here? Up here, we're gonna say, yo, what the calendar say? The calendar say February or March or whatever, right? Wait till June or July, then you'll be all right.
Yeah, y'all be cool in. Y'all get y'all 2 months of sunshine. Y'all be all right.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, they get more than that, but all those buildings block it out. They.
Yeah, all the buildings and all that other stuff. Yeah. The building.
All right, so of course, with you being a New Yorker and the New York Knicks being in the news so much, and we got a couple Twitter questions. First, let's ask, and I follow your Twitter feed, so I know how you feel about the Knicks. But why don't you give us a quick overview of how you feel about the Knicks, the current state right now?
Listen, the Knicks in their current state right now is just basically, man, we just waiting for the season to be over with, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we started off with so much promise, and then little things that got us steered off the course, like what Phil's saying about Carmelo, how Carmelo's feeling, Derrick Rose is going home and all this. Joakim Noah not showing up, you know what I mean? A lot of other things coming into the mix. Porzingis in his sophomore season, is he going through the sophomore slump? Now where we are right now, 11, 12 games out of under 500, way out of a playoff spot. So we're just looking for the season to be over. And now we're talking about playing for a draft pick. So, when they start talking about draft picks, season is done.
All right, so let me ask, one of our Twitter questions was, should the Knicks re-sign Derrick Rose?
Nah. And shout out to my people who put the Twitter question out there. Shout out to them. Nah, not at the number he's looking for. And we all know from the beginning of the season that he's looking for what? A max deal, right? So if he's looking for a max deal and what he's going through right now, he just jetted out on the squad, he had to go home. Well, what's the deal with that? He was supposed to be a model student this year.
But that's like the fifth most
he was supposed to be a model student.
Happened to the Knicks. You know what I mean? Like, y'all might be in the top 10 this season. Y'all got a lot going on.
A lot going on, B. A lot. And you know what? And it's a lot that don't really have nothing to do with basketball.
Yeah.
What Phil said. Now we going back to this, the triangle, and now everybody want to act like that's what we should have had from the beginning. There's a whole bunch of nonsense going on, man.
Now that does amaze me, is that you got a coach who doesn't run the triangle, but you decide to go back to the triangle. I guess I don't understand. Like, the rules now don't even match the triangle. Like, there's a reason point guards are dominating the league because of the rules now,
Definitely.
And triangle,
but it goes back to personnel. If you don't got the personnel to run the triangle, you might as well be running this. If you ain't got the personnel to run that, it's the Rock, baby. It's the Rock. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like, man, as a real Knicks fan, I don't look at it from, oh my God, we're gonna still make the playoffs. Knock it off, man. Stop fooling yourself, man.
Do you really want to make the playoffs? I mean, do you really want that first round exit? I mean,
if you rock with me before the beginning of the season, you know I was gung-ho, Knicks all day, hard body karate. But as the season started going down the toilet, I'm like, get the draft pick now. Now you're playing for other positioning because the top 8 in the East is out. That's a done deal. You ain't going to worry about that. Now you got to worry about your draft positioning now. talk about Lonzo Ball and this one and that one. Yo, man, do what you got to do, man. Because I just think that the season's going down the toilet.
That would be interesting.
The season's going down the toilet.
You got Lonzo, Phil, Lonzo's dad, Carmelo,
Kristaps Porzingis,
and Nolan.
Bye, Brandon Jennings. Bye.
All together, that would be very interesting. You know, I love to see what Lonzo's dad probably gave Phil some advice on the offense they should run. You know.
Hey, maybe he should take it. It can't be that bad because what they got now is not working.
Hey, the funny part is Larry Brown is going at Phil when he got run out of Charlotte because his questionable personnel decisions. But, you know. All right, so second Twitter question we got about the Knicks. Will Charles Oakley start a tour where he just goes to everywhere the Knicks visit? And
listen, you know what? I think that Charles Barkley he really doesn't really need to say too much at this point because I think he made his point. You know what I mean? And James Dolan tried to really, really play both ends against the middle by inviting Sprewell and Bernard King and all these other dudes.
Yeah.
Oakley ain't got to say nothing, man. They know the blood, sweat, and tears that Oakley put into this organization. They know that Oakley's speaking the truth. You know what I mean? They know that James Dolan and these new cats don't want to hear the truth. They want to hear all the glory and all this. This is not 1969. It's not 1973. It's not 1994. Them days is gone.
Right.
So for you to try to treat Oakley the way you did says a lot about you, my dude. Everybody here in New York knows the deal about you, man. You don't care about the Knicks. Straight like that. You don't care about him.
It's right. He's gonna make his money because
he gonna make his money.
No,
he got people the cojones. He got people by the cojones right now. They gotta pay them high-ass cable bills. They gotta pay them high-ass Knicks tickets. Radio City Mute, don't get me started.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, he's sitting on a land. I mean, he's sitting on a cash cow.
Indeed, yes.
I just saw a report where the Knicks are the number one most valuable franchise in the NBA.
Well, over $3 billion.
Yeah, I mean,
with a B.
You're in a media capital.
Yep.
You know, you got a little prestige to your name. I mean,
a lot of prestige.
Plus,
you're playing in the Garden.
He owns MSG.
Yeah, that's
money on its own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? St. John, wrestling, concert, all that stuff.
So, I mean, what are you going to do, man? You got an owner that got a high-priced toy that really don't know what to do with it. Now, here was the suggestion that we talk about in our circles. Like, going back to even before Phil Jackson was even considered. We didn't consider him as a president of basketball operations. We only saw him as a coach, being on the sideline. Anything else was uncivilized. So now we're going through what we're going through right now. Now they're talking about, well, bring him back, knock it off. If you want to bring the Knicks back, if you want to bring the fans back, let me tell you right now, this is what you do. You get Mark Jackson as the head coach. You get Patrick Ewing as an assistant. You keep Herb Williams on as an assistant. You bring Charles Oakley back, okay? And that's when you'll start to bring the magic back. It's not going to happen overnight.
What about
the Lakers did with Magic Johnson?
You still got one problem with that.
Go ahead.
Who's going to put the ball in the basket? Because they can't do that from the bench.
Whoever we can attract. Hey, listen. Whoever we can get at this point.
With the way Dolan is treating Oakley, it's going to be harder to attract people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, the Knicks they're going to have to clean house, and Melo's got to go. I mean,
he's going.
I mean, Melo's a black hole player. I mean, he's an absolute, just fantastic offensive talent. But he's not the person that's going to lead your team anywhere. With that being said, he's surrounded by players like that. Derrick Rose is an okay player, but he cannot lead your team. And when you got these players on here, Joakim Noah, when you got these kind of players, you're not going anywhere. You've got to get that one central piece that everybody wants to play with that can make everybody else around them better.
Well, plus Joakim Noah
have right now.
Yeah, Joakim Noah's legs are, worse than Joel Embiid's. So,
I mean,
that man got popsicle stick legs. I'm telling you.
We spent money on Joakim Noah because we figured that Joakim coming back home, that would rejuvenate him. But we realized it was about he got burnt out in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's used up. Like I said, the man's used up. He's done.
That's what Thibodeau does.
Yeah, I mean, but what about? But that don't explain Derrick Rose. You know what I'm saying? That don't explain really getting rid of Brandon Jennings. Okay? That really don't explain Carmelo Anthony and his malaise that he's been through all season.
See, what Dolan did was
Carmelo's only a winner during the summertime when he's playing in the Olympics every 4 years.
Yeah, see, what Dolan and the Knicks did was bring in a bunch of big names, and they thought they were going to mesh together and make a team.
Yep.
That's not how you're going to make a team. Right. They brought in some names to sell some tickets to look like a team. Now, everybody was hyped up on the Knicks at the beginning of the season. But
I was. I was.
Yeah, me and I talked about it. I was like, they're not going anywhere because I said you got a bunch of the same players that do not do anything when they're apart. So what makes you think you're going to put them together and they're going to do something? So
you know what? Again, you're right. You're dead right. But I figured that if Derrick Rose was going to play for his max, he was figuring that he was going to have everybody watching him.
Right.
He was going to show off and try to have a flashback season because he's playing, thinking about next season.
For that contract.
So I figured we would have that in the box. We got Carmelo Anthony doing his numbers. We got Kristaps Porzingis coming off the freshman year that he had. And then with Brandon Jennings and the other people coming off the bench, or Hernan Gomez and the other guys we got coming, Quinn, we was going to have something that I said 44 wins before the season started. I said 44 wins.
I gave you 30.
Thank you. All
right, let's move on from the Knicks, but we're going to keep it in New York. All right. And now, Left-Handid, Kane and I have been watching and hoping and praying for this Chris Brown Soulja Boy fight, but obviously that's falling apart and not going to happen now. So the biggest beef we have right now is in your city with Remy Ma and Nicki Minaj. I believe they're both New Yorkers, right? I know you tied into hip hop. So, give us just quickly, like, how did this come to fruition so fast? I mean, did they always have a beef? I'm a little out of the hip hop community right now.
Listen, you already know Remy was doing her thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
Fat Joe, whatever, the lean back, whatever. She got, she went away for a little while. She had a little iron vacation. She went away for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Right? So in the interim, all the females were stepping up to the game, and Nicki was the one that was holding it down, allegedly. But see, here's the thing in a nutshell, man.
I think Nicki is a pop star.
Thank you. I was going there. I was going right there. It's like when you got the hip hop crowd, Remy is a spitter. Remy will come in here and spit with us, at us, for us right now. Nicki Minaj got to go right. She got to go do this, go do that. There's a difference. There's a difference in hip hop. Like myself, I will spit and tear you down right now. Period. I ain't got to go wait for nothing. I ain't got to smoke nothing. I ain't got to drink none of that. But you got the rap cats that got to go right. They got to go have they lean and have they drinks. And all this about, man, is being real. She brought the drama back to the game, for real, for real. We're still waiting for Nicki Minaj's response. If it would have been anybody else besides Remy, Nicki would have been had a response. She'd have been came back. And it's all about the dollars. And now even her fans are saying, don't rock me to sleep about the dollar bills. It's not about that. It's about your holler skills. It ain't about the dollar bills. It's about your holler skills.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Well, first of all, she got to wait for Meek Mill to write or something because Nicki
there you go.
Stuff anyway. So with that being said, when that happens, you got Meek Mill pretty much got silenced pretty much, over the last couple of years as well. So
yeah, Drake.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on.
Man, come on, man.
Listen. They had their turn. The money game. Everybody was infatuated with the money and blah, blah, blah. And remember, we used to talk about it. If you ain't got no skills, well, skills, I got more money than you. And blah, 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 blah. Just because you got more money than me, that don't make you nicer than me.
Especially in today's rap.
Say the game twice. Ice and Kane. Nothing changed. Everything remained the same. You better talk about sports. I think you should stay in your lane. I suggest you mess with the 3-man crew coming to you on Thursday like we already know what to do. We talking about the Knicks and all that had a job. We talking about the other stuff and Nicki Minaj. And we slapping rap. It's my man Ice, my man Kane, and the New York robbery. Understand how we do this because you got some go-getters. When you talk to Left-Handid, you're talking to a live spitter. So it's like that. I just mean like top of the dome, freestyle. Freestyle, let me explain something to you real quick. A freestyle is spontaneous. You never say a freestyle twice. That's where y'all got the game twisted at.
Right.
That's when you got the game twisted at. But yo, I'm in the building with my man Kane Ice, and we doing it big on a Thursday, man. Your man is in the building, left-handed.
All right, so let's go on to some other NBA topics.
Okay.
Who do you guys have as your MVP right now?
Woo! Me? I really think it's a two-man race with one guy that probably deserves it every year. LeBron, you can give it to him every single year. I mean, what he does for a team, if you take LeBron off the Cleveland Cavaliers right now, they're a middle-of-the-pack Eastern Conference team. But with the year that Westbrook is having, I can't deny him that right now. I mean, I just saw a stat. All he's got to do is average 9 rebounds and 8 assists the rest of the season, and he is going to record the first triple-double since Oscar Robertson did it.
Wow.
31 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists.
So you got him over Harden?
Yeah, I do. I mean, just stats-wise, but you can make a case for either one. I mean, if Harden gets it, I can't say he didn't deserve it. If Westbrook gets it, I can't say he didn't deserve it. But one of those two has to get it. Other than LeBron, who could probably get it every other year if he really wanted to. Those two are my candidates right now, but I'm leaning towards that triple-double because it ain't been done in a long, long time.
Yeah, that's a good point. What about you, left-handed?
Right now, my man made some dope points right there, but I'm going to have to lean on the strength of my man getting jerked at the All-Star game. He didn't get to start. How you going to leave him out? He's going to finish the season, hopefully, with that triple-double and all that. And that just proved to everybody that he deserved it. He could do it through an 82-game schedule, okay? James Harden, I wouldn't be mad at that pick either. I'd give Isaiah Thomas a vote. A vote. Not the vote, but a vote. I would give him a vote. You know what I mean? But if I had my choice and my dividends, it was up to me, I give it to Russell Westbrook, man. Because he already got jerked enough already.
Yeah,
man.
a lot of people are weighted towards Harden because his team is actually winning. Unlike Westbrook's team, who's he's just putting up crazy stats, but they're a middle-of-the-road team. Houston's, the 3 seed in the West right now?
D'Antoni Coach of the Year. Who saw that coming?
Yeah, I don't know, because I actually saw him make a steal the other night, so I was amazed he was playing defense. That was incredible to me.
Hit the ball in the bed.
So, I mean, what about you, Ice?
Not a really errant pass.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bad pass, but he did get the steal, so I had to give it to him. What about you, man? What you got, Ice?
Man, I live in Charlotte, so I got to vote for Steph Curry. But I'll say not that this person should win, and I wouldn't put him first. But one person I think who's a lot of people are sleeping on, and because there's so many good point guards out there, is John Wall. John Wall is going off, man.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing this year. You got the Wizards, trending upward big time. So that alone should get you in the top 5, I would think. But all right. So let's go back. Of course, we were talking about some combat earlier, but let's go to combat sports. All right. So lately, there's been more speculation that this Mayweather-McGregor fight is supposed to happen. I don't know. I personally, it's just hard for me to get excited when one of the dudes is doing something he doesn't do.
Yeah.
I don't understand, the big deal, or I wouldn't pay $59 to watch.
You're not going to pay $59. It's going to be about $89.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge gate if that fight does happen. But, I'll go to Twin Peaks or Hooters and watch it real quick, pay a little cover charge and get in. I'll watch it that way. But like you said, man, I mean, what discipline are they going to use in this fight? It's going to have to be boxing because –
Mayweather's not going to get in MMA.
Yeah, I mean, Mayweather's not going to go to MMA. So for this fight to happen, the lower-tiered fighter, who is Conor McGregor, is going to have to go fight Floyd Mayweather's fight, which is a boxing match. So if that happens, trust me, and I'm a huge MMA fan, Conor McGregor can put them hands on you. In the MMA, there are very, very few fighters who can throw them hands like Conor McGregor. But an MMA fighter versus a world-class boxer, throwing hands is still a no contest to me. So Floyd would absolutely toy with him and tear him up in a boxing match. Oh. Now, like I said, if it was MMA, trust me, Floyd would get his head bashed in then.
Oh, MMA, it wouldn't lag because he just put him in some hold and Floyd would be over.
Exactly.
You know?
Which I wouldn't mind seeing Floyd getting choked out. I will be the. I want to see Floyd.
You and about 3 billion women in the world would love to see that.
You know what? Especially like Ronda Rousey be the referee of that match. That's what's really.
You're gonna put Floyd Mayweather in against a dude who never stood up and fought, going for his 50th win in a row, going for number 50 against a dude. Right. I can't see it, and I'm offended by people saying that. Well, this is gonna be sold out. And it's gonna be $89.99. Why? What's the curiosity?
I mean, what else fight is there out there for anybody to see? It's gonna sell out.
Nicki Minaj and Remy Martin in a tub of Jello.
I said I'd pay for the Chris Brown Soldier Boy fight before I pay to watch McGregor.
You know what I'm saying?
you know what? They should alternate first round boxing, second round MMA.
Oh yeah,
round boxing, fourth round MMA. That would make it exciting.
What about Shaq and JaVale McGee? That'd be a good one.
Shaq will hurt his back, man.
I think Shaq.
Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant. They should bring back what was that on MTV? When they used to have the fights.
Celebrity death match.
Celebrity death match, yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Word up, celebrity death match.
All right, so I'm glad you mentioned Shaq and McGee. Do you think Shaq went over the line?
Nope.
Having a big platform and basically producing a whole segment for this dude.
Nope.
Look, this is my opinion. Okay, Shaq and the Fool, is his television show that he does. He picks on everybody. Okay, now granted, he's picked on McGee a little bit more than most players, but still, if you can't laugh at yourself, if you can't see that this is just a fun show that they're goofing off and take it personally, you're an NBA player. Okay, so what? They made a little fun at you. Everybody in the NBA has been poked or prodded probably on this show, if not by an announcer or another team or even this show. He took it a little too personally, but at the same time, Shaq kind of went in and had a little bit more fun than he probably should have had on it.
Listen.
Well, yeah, he became the poster boy for it. McGee became the poster boy for Shaq and the Fool. And then when you do stuff like run the wrong way on defense, and what do you expect?
Listen. How they say you got it honest? He got it honest. He didn't make up no photoshops of JaVale McGee running the wrong way on defense or throwing up air balls. He didn't do none of that. JaVale McGee contributed to his own demise.
Right.
So if you're going to come to
the free throw line and couldn't
get it in, be ready. Shaq had ammunition. Shaq had mad ammo. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't survive, like my man said, if you're going to take it personal, then you shouldn't even rock.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to be on Shaq and the Fool, right?
Yeah. I mean,
you're not supposed to be on that show.
You can't be a public personality and not be able to at least face it and accept just a wee bit of criticism.
That's right.
I mean, even in your job, you get a little bit of criticism. What you gonna do? Want to wing out on your boss because he said, "Hey, we need to work on this," or
you gonna leave the fries in the fryer for 2 seconds longer? What you gonna do? Huh? What you gonna do? You gonna make sure they get paper or plastic? What's happening?
But I mean, and I think we're all in the same age group, and we grew up with our parents, criticizing us, to try to make us better at things. But McGee, I think that age group is a little different. Like we all remember the story about LeBron and the kid dunked on him in LeBron's camp. The college kid dunked on whatever, and LeBron had security get everybody's phones.
I mean, come on.
He didn't get everybody's phones.
You know what I mean? Whereas that would never come to my mind.
Right.
But for that age group, first thing think about is I don't want everybody to see this. So
Yeah.
Hey, get everybody's phone. You know?
I mean, and that's a kind of, it's a generational thing, like you said. That goes on a lot now, and I think it filtered through some other things in the NBA, such as the dunk contest. These big guys now don't want to compete and lose on a stage and get beat by somebody. You know, because then they're an inferior basketball player, or he's better than me, and they don't want any proof of that on film or anybody to see that. Because I tell you what, you can get LeBron.
These dudes are straight up scared, man.
Yeah, scared of competition. Like I said, back in the day,
I want you to say nothing negative about them. Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, you think Michael Jordan would have backed down from a dunk contest from Dominique Wilkins? No, he's not.
You're right. You're right. And you think Alex English is mad because people ain't talking about him like they should?
Right.
Thank you. I'm just saying.
But,
these cats right here.
You made a great point about dunk contest.
It's a shame. It's a shame. We just telling the truth. That's all we doing.
Well, also, and you make a great point about dunk contest, because even Larry Johnson, like stars were in the dunk contest, right? Yeah. And then now, it's like some of these dudes barely in the league.
Yeah.
But they can jump and dunk, so hey, let me get in dunk contest.
I'll tell you what. That kid on YouTube, the Zion Williamson from Spartanburg, South Carolina, if they would have taken that kid and put him in the NBA dunk contest against LeBron, I guarantee you, LeBron would never want that aired in his life.
Oh, LeBron, listen,
I think that, again, like my man E said, he made a real good point, man. These cats, man, they're scared of competition, man. You know what I mean? LeBron doesn't want to get into it because everybody thinks he's supposed to win. And if he doesn't win, it's a great big upset. That's going to carry over to him with the NBA Finals and the NBA playoffs. Why didn't he win the three-point contest? Why didn't LeBron win the slam dunk contest? What does that got to do with the NBA Finals?
Yeah, and like I said, to me, it ain't like something you have to do every year. But if you are a bona fide NBA star, I think one time you ought to throw into that ring and just see what happens.
Kobe was in the dunk contest.
Kobe was in it.
Larry Bird told you from the door he was going to win the three-point contest. He told you before it started.
Good point.
Straight like that. We don't have that no more, yo.
Left-handed, let me get at you, brother. Tell the people where they can find your shows. We know you got the Shutdown Corner. So tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, and, be entertained.
Listen, I'm in the building. I'm with, the homies right now. Tomorrow night, we back in the building, the Shutdown Corner, 8 to 9 p.m. My man's in them right here going to hold me down. Make sure you check it out. The Shutdown Corner tomorrow night, 8 to 9 p.m. All right? Mondays, I'm in the building with my peoples, Miami247.tv. All right? The Now Trending Show. I come through there at 5 o'clock, spit a little flavor, kick a little ism like they like it.
Okay.
Tuesday's the big show, man. After Further Review 2.0, a.k.a. the Sideline Pass. With yours truly, your man in the building. The man holding it down from 8 to 10. It's a call-in show. Bring your A game to the table. 954-246-0398. Appreciate my homies, man. Thank y'all, man, for letting me come through and do what I do. You know what I mean? And hit me on Twitter, Lefthandid at Twitter, all that. After Further Review on Facebook and the whole nine. I'm in the building, man. I'm in the building.
And we'll be retweeting that link out. So definitely make sure you follow Lefthandid. Very entertaining. And as you can tell, multi-talented. So we may have to get you to do a little freestyle as we get some.
I got you. Not a problem, man. Word up. And real talk, Remy Martin is keeping it going. She did a little something last night, little freestyle from the top of the dome, because people are saying like, yo, she didn't write her joint. Papoose was helping her. Blah, blah, blah.
I heard that.
That's what Papoose is supposed to do. That's his
Plus, when you married, you won. So if he came up with it, it's still her. You know what I mean?
And listen, word up. We still waiting for Nicki Minaj to come back.
Hey,
I don't think Nicki's going to do anything.
Remember at the beginning of the show what you said happens when you go outside right now? Says you go back in. I think that's what happens with her. She goes out and they're like, no, go back in,
Hey, listen, we know what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? We already know what it is. When you like I always tell these cats on Twitter that try to come at me sideways.
Oh yeah, you
spit with a spitter. You can't spit with a spitter. You can't.
Yeah, you and Rev T, where y'all don't play on, like anybody come at y'all just take them out on Twitter.
You can't spit with a spitter.
Woo, yeah, man.
Hey, yo, man, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate it. Hey, yo, we got to do this often, man, more often. I'm down to talk baseball.
We're trying to pick up the pace and do more shows.
March Madness, whatever y'all want to do, man. I'm here, man. I'm here.
All right. Well, everybody, hey, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit us up on Twitter. We out.
Peace.